Hey guys, S2F Gaming here, and welcome back to ARK, the Farewell Tour. Before we get into this one, I just want to talk about what I did between episodes. So I ended up going over to Extinction and running the Raptor Claws event for 3 separate nights, just to see what kind of loot we can get. And don't get me wrong, we got a lot of good stuff, but there are a couple of notes that I want to go over in regards to the event. First things first, Extinction still, in my opinion, is the best map to do it on because it's light out, essentially. There's not really a lot of darkness to deal with. Of course, if you end up in the separate biomes, it will be a little bit dark, so sometimes it's a little hard kind of navigating those biomes and everything, but for the most part, 80% of the map, it's completely light out, so it's easy to track Raptor Claws and the presence too. For early game, the Maywing is absolutely great, but if I was a higher level, if we were more established, I would prefer to use something like a Snow Owl or along those lines, because again, the Maywing's really fast with the glide, but once you run into a mountain, once you run into a quick incline or anything, the Maywing struggles, and that's where I found myself struggling the most, that I wasn't able to get as many loot drops as possible, because the Maywing kept getting stuck in certain situations, basically. But don't get me wrong, we got a lot of good stuff. If you guys know any other places that we can kind of check out the event, let me know in the comments down below. I know at this point the event runs for a few more days, so I do plan on doing a couple more nights. So leave your suggestions down below. Where should we try out this event? Because Extinction's good, but I want to see what maps you guys are thinking and what maps you've had success on. That being said, let's go over the top 5 items that we got on these runs. And I've kind of grouped them all together to make it easier, because again, I got about 50, 60 plus items. I thought I'd make it easy to just tell you what my top 5 was for the 3 nights in total. So first things first, weapons-wise. And I grouped these guys all together. So we have an Ascendant Simple Pistol. This one is 543 weapon damage, 969 durability. So we can give this thing a shot. No pun intended. You know what, screw it. Pun intended. I think I said this in the last episode too, so thumbs up for repeating some jokes going through. If we like this thing, we have a blueprint option, which is 610 weapon damage with 749 durability. But if we also want to go a little bit more modern and everything like that, I ended up getting an Ascendant Fabricated Pistol. This thing has 592 weapon damage with 2,442 durability. So I kind of grouped these things all together. We also ended up getting a blueprint for a Stego saddle. And don't get me wrong, we got a lot of good saddles and stuff. This by far is the best in my opinion because it is a blueprint, and this allows us the opportunity to possibly end up doing boss fights with these creatures at some point, you know? Especially with it being a blueprint, it makes it a lot easier to kind of go that route with a Stego army. Next thing I ended up getting was a blueprint for a sword, and don't get me wrong, this thing takes a lot of metal. It takes 5,045 metal. It's gonna take a lot, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the end with 640 weapon damage and 893 durability. Plus, if we do this close, if we end up getting this guy and we use it closer to endgame, we can basically put all of our points into crafting skill and hopefully get a better percentage on this thing. So that's further down the line. Again, 5,000 metal ingot is a lot for early game. It may be worth it. We'll have to see what happens. But last but not least, the biggest thing that we got, well, 2 big things that we got, is this guy here. We got an Ascendant Bow. Granted, it has 249 durability, but 476 weapon damage. I've actually went ahead and already made this guy, and I already have it down here in my hotbar. And I've actually colored it and everything too. Let's see if I can get the right... Let's do this, and then we'll bring it on back. I ended up coloring it too, and I will admit, with the wood and everything, I wanted to have the actual bow in black, but it comes out really awkward. It's like little blotches of the wood kind of see through, along with doing it in white. Same thing. Red, it doesn't show up as much. And you can see still a little bit of blops and stuff, but it looks a little more natural as you bring the camera on out and everything. So we got that specifically. The last but not least thing, which is probably the best thing that we got throughout this entire night and everything, or the 3 nights rather, is this guy here. It's an Ascending Crossbow, 596 weapon damage, along with 793 durability. And and this is the new crossbow that we're going to be rocking, and honestly, I really like it. But there's one more thing that we have to go over, guys, and those, of course, are chibis. Now, with these chibis, I have pretty much a top 3. I'm going to let you guys decide in the comments which ones we should use. And first up is the Glowtail. Now, I'm not going to worry about names or anything, but we're just going to look and see which one we like the best. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Glowtail, but at the same time, the one positive about having a Glowtail chibi is it actually emits light. So we actually get a little bit, granted it's not a lot, but we get a little bit of light to work with at all times. We don't necessarily need a torch if we're out in the dark or anything like that. And I'll see if I can use an example here. Let's come on over here for a second, and you can see that the chibi lights up a little bit. Again, it's not much, but when you're in the complete darkness, it does actually help a little bit. And I like the colors on this chibi, I'm not gonna lie. So that is the first one, and that is in the form of the Glowtail. Now moving on to number 2. Number 2 is the Reindeer. Yeah, I ended up getting this guy, which I think looks really, really cool. I'm not a huge fan of the colors, but at the same time, I like getting the festive ones specifically. So the Reindeer is an option too. I don't know how long we would use it for, but for the winter season, this could be an option for us. So let me know in the comments below if you prefer the chibi Reindeer over the Glowtail. But finally, last but not least, is, of course, the Maywing. Now, the Maywing, we have 2 separate colors, so if we do want to go this route in the chibi, we'd have to figure out which color we prefer. But first things first, we have this one here. It's got a little bit of red, which I really like, along with the gray and a little bit of yellow. So that is chibi Maywing option number 1. So Maywing 1, we'll call it. Make it really easy. And finally, we have Maywing number 2, and sure, it's a little bit more subtle, but I do like the solid black on it, with a little bit of the gray stripes and everything like that, so let me know if you prefer Maywing 2. But guys, with the long intro out of the way, welcome back to Fjordur. Today we are finally getting Deinonychus eggs, because you guys have been telling me they do actually spawn over here. They just take a little while to actually spawn, which kind of has me second guessing. Like, did I just not wait long enough on Val, or is there a legitimate bug going on? I'm not entirely sure. You guys can let me know in the comments down below. But we are over here. We are getting these guys, and as you can see, we have a brand new Maywing, and I have decided to name this Maywing Fluffs, of course. I'm going to quickly get back on this because I see all the Ichthyornises around me. I have named it Fluffs because I feel like the ARK gods were really mad that we went with a different name last time, and I think that's why we got ARKed in the last episode, gonna be honest. And Fluffs, especially in the Fjordur series, was a big good luck charm to us, so I want to keep that luck going. I have named this thing Fluffs. By the way, no name yet for the Equus or anything. We'll get to that eventually. You guys have been giving me some good suggestions. I'm just trying to figure out what fits the Equus the best. But we're going to head on out here and see what we can find. And also, too, we're going to test out this bow because, honestly, I want to see how much damage this bow does. Not the crossbow. I know the crossbow is going to do a crazy amount of damage, and the plan is the normal bow, like the primitive bow, is going to be the one we're going to deal damage with, and the crossbow is going to be more for tranking dinos, because as you guys know, trank arrows and stuff like that, you get more trank out of the crossbow, if I have that right. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Yeah, basically, a dino will become more tranquilized using the crossbow as opposed to the primitive bow. So that is the route we're going to go. And I gotta say, this map looks absolutely awesome. Every time I come onto this map and everything, I'm just in awe that this is a thing. This looks absolutely amazing. It gets me wondering, and of course, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. I do it every time. What happens when ARK 2 comes out? I always, oh my god, I'm going down the rabbit hole, guys. I don't care. I always say this, and I always hope. I want a remastered ARK on, what is it? What are we going into? Unreal Engine 5, right? Imagine the island on Unreal Engine 5. Oh my god, I'm hoping they go that route. I will pay money for for a remastered version. I don't care. As we all know, ARK is at I think it's 5, 6, 7 years old. Think about it. That gives them three-ish years to get a remastered version ready for the 10th year anniversary of ARK. I don't know. Conspiracy theory hole going down. I don't know. I mean, hell, guys, I can talk about this for another hour. I'm not going into it. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below. Would a remastered version, like, would you be willing to pay money for a remastered version? Is that something that you would like to see? Like, imagine how great this map looks. But imagine it on Unreal Engine 5. And Unreal Engine 5 is the new engine coming out. That's what ARK 2 is going to be on, if you guys don't know. They've shown samples of other games on Unreal Engine 5, and it looks ridiculous. It looks insane. I can only imagine how great ARK 2 is going to look, but at the same time, oh my god, imagine ARK 1. Imagine seeing, like, I'm not going down this rabbit hole, guys, because you guys know I do this all the time. So, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully it happens. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and let's keep looking for Deinonychus eggs. So, guys, sure enough, like you said, after a little bit of time, nests are starting to spawn in, and it looks like we have a total of 1, 2, and then 3 right there. Now, the Deinonychus that are here are getting killed by the Rex, so hopefully we can find something pretty good. These 3 down here, though, right below me, highest one is a level 55, so not looking good, but no big deal. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get this first egg, though, and see what we have. Are there any other? I totally didn't even think about looking on the side here. Okay, doesn't look like there's any. Let's go, 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 go. Grab the egg. That's a level 20. Okay, let's see if that aggroes all the Deinonychus from over there. No. Okay. All right, so we'll grab egg number 2. Which is a level 100. Let's see if that aggroes them. Oh, that aggroed them. Okay, let's go, 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 go. We'll have to kind of get out of the area, and then we'll be able to get that 3rd egg. But so far, 100 is the best, which isn't great, honestly. We're going to keep going until we get higher. Oh my god, look at that Equus. No! I know we have an Equus and everything already, but I always love the crazy colors that you get. Oh, it's a 135. It's a normal Equus, though, so it is what it is. But let's see if any other eggs have kind of popped up. So we obviously have the one down there. No, we'll have to look a little further down, but it looks like it's just the 3 for now, which is fine. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get that 3rd egg, though. Okay, so that one's good. Where's the egg? I don't see any egg in here. Oh, God, it's coming after us. Oh, it's right there. Okay, you know what? Let's see if we can actually do some damage here. Oh, God, they hit for 41. All right, that's the first one out of the way. All right, that's 2 out of the way. And that's 3 out of the way. Okay, we're still going to take a little bit of damage from the bleed. And this one's a 55. So we got a 100, a 55, and a 20. We'll kind of let these nests hang out. Hopefully we'll find some more in a little bit. You know what? I should probably go the other way, because I do feel like there's another area over here that they tend to spawn in. Oh, there was another Deinonychus that literally just showed up there. So hopefully they're already spawning in. That would be great. But yeah, there's... Okay, so there are Deinonychus over here. Okay, and there's an egg. Ooh, okay. There's an egg. Cool. All right, let's see if we can spot the highest level one and see if it's a good one or not. So from here, 90, 135 potentially. Okay, so we potentially could have a 135 egg in that group. All right. How are we going to do this? Because I don't think it's based on if... I think a male or a female can physically drop the egg with these things. I don't know how it works with, like, what level the egg spawns in at, but I guess we can kind of experiment here. I shouldn't have landed now because they're going to aggro me, aren't they? Okay, so, you're a 95, you're a male. 90 male. I think all of them are males. So yeah, I guess if it's a male or a female, the egg can spawn in as its level. Unless one of these is a female. That's a male also. And that's a male also. Okay, so I guess even if it's a male, the egg can spawn in, but obviously in order to make eggs of your own, you will need the female, basically. That's kind of interesting, but okay. Do I want to kill them or no? I don't think I do. I think I want to keep them alive because potentially these two can give me more eggs. So if I can get you guys aggroed, come on over this way and hang out with this trike right here. Damn him. Or go after the dodo. That's cool. I don't care. That's cool. Go after the dodo. Hopefully they didn't aggro me just then. I think they probably did, didn't they? No, they didn't. Cool. Okay. Let's make sure the other Deinonychus aren't coming after me. Let's grab this egg and go. It's a 95. Shoot. All right. Whoa, that was a 145. Oh my god, that is great! Holy crap, I was not expecting that. So, just kind of going around and everything, and all of a sudden I noticed a couple of these Deinonychus eggs, so why not just start grabbing them, basically? It looks like the Deinonychus were occupied, basically trying to take out a couple of, like, Kentros, it looked like, and sure enough... Why are you not jumping? Why are you not jumping? Oh my god, you're out of stam. Oh god, no. Come on, Fluffs. Okay, this may not be good. Oh my god, that's Sarko to the rescue right now. Alright, we gotta take him out. Come on, Sarko, help out. Come on, Sarko. Okay, let's get a little bit of stam back. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get your stam, get your stam. Oh my god. Let's get the heck out of here. Let's get just to safe land for a second. Oh my god, Fluffs. Oh, that was such a good moment, and it could have turned so poorly real quick. Let's get over here where there's not going to be a lot of threats, and let's talk about what the heck just happened. So first of all, ended up finding some Deinonychus eggs, and it looks like the Deinonychus were taking on some Kentros, so I went and grabbed the eggs, and as you can see, I've gotten a ton of eggs so far. Hey, we got ourselves a metal hatchet. Nice. But... most of them have been duds. We have a level 20, we have a level 95, we have a level 100, 55, 95, 95, 100, and then, of course, the big one. We ended up getting a 145, and oh my god. Again, Fluffs, clutch. The fact that it was able to hold itself together during that fight, get a little bit of stam back in order to get away. Oh my god. Co-MVP has to be that Sarko, though, honestly. That Sarko really helped us out by going after the Allos for a couple of seconds, going after the Carno. It prevented it was actually holding the Deinonychus from actually being able to get to us. The Deinonychus ended up being trapped, so it wasn't able to actually hit us, and wow. That, from going from really, really good times, that could have been really bad real quick, but, again, it's all because of the name, guys. I don't care what you say, it's because this thing is named Fluffs, and this thing has a crazy amount of luck. I'm just going to head over here and heal this thing, because this thing desperately needs some food. And another interesting thing that I've noticed is the Maywing obviously can eat either berries or it can eat meat. If you ever need to get the food on your Maywing up, it actually gets more points doing berries as opposed to meat. But meat will obviously get its health right back up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to eat all this meat. Fluffs deserves a little bit of a rest. I will let you guys know that all of these bad eggs, the 95s, the 100s, all that, I will be just eating and discarding, guys. I know it seems like an absolute waste because we can make kibble with that, but if we get a male and a female Deinonychus, we can make kibble anytime, because all I have to do is just breed them, get the fertilized egg, and then basically use that for kibble. So that's kind of my justification behind it. I'm going to end up eating all these eggs and everything. I don't want to drop them, actually, because they don't end up having, like, a spoil timer. Well, they do, but it's not like a traditional spoil timer where they'll go away in, like, 5 minutes. They'll literally sit there for, like, God knows how long. It's like, I can't remember the exact amount of time that it takes for them to physically spoil, but it is a really long time. The other option is, I guess I can put all of them into like, keep them all in my inventory, and then, like, do it like this. Let's see what happens. Because, like I said, if I throw out an egg, this is what happens. It doesn't come out as and you could see, 19 days, 23 hours, 41 minutes, and 8 seconds until this spoils. It doesn't come out as, like, a normal item, basically. It comes out like that. But what if I did this? Oh, it'll decompose in 5 minutes. Perfect. Okay, that's how we'll do it. There we go. Okay, we kind of solved our own problem there. Let me get the cryos back in. Yeah, I guess the other downside of using the Maywing is we can't shoot off the back of it, because definitely having the bow right then would have really helped us out. But, oh god, did I just drop? Oh my god, I dropped the 145. How many of you guys 2 seconds ago were screaming in the comments that I literally just dropped the 145 egg? Oh my god. Alright, let's get that thing on back. Okay, let's double check here. So we have 145 right away. Cool. But we are dropping a 95. We're dropping a 95. We're dropping a 100. We're dropping a 95. We're dropping a 55. We're dropping a 20. And we're dropping a 100. So, let's put this egg on fluffs. That's what we'll do, just so... You know what? I'm not actually going to be dropping much inventory anymore. I'm going to quickly switch it back to me. I think that actually makes the most sense. Because fluffs at some point, if it gets really heavy, I may do drop all. And then we're kind of screwed again. So, you know what? I'll leave it in my inventory. But, 145, good start. By the way, guys... wasn't expecting or even thinking about this, but I did spot this before. Yeah. Let's keep that in the back of our mind, shall we? I kind of want to see how the new crossbow does. Because I feel like we could potentially get it, but... we're focusing on Deinonychus right now, let's be honest. We have been waiting so long to get Deinonychus. We need to get this done, 100%. I want to get at least 4 eggs, because I want to make sure that we get a male and a female. And of course, we can get very lucky. We can go with 2 eggs, and one ends up being a male, and one ends up being a female, but... I don't want to take that chance. I want to have multiple options to work with just in case. So let me keep going. Let's see what we can find. By the way, this has been the best spot, in my opinion, to try to find them, just because there's so many Deinonychus that show up here. Let's see if the eggs have respawned yet. They have not, but the nests are here. Just not the... Oh, we do have Deinonychus here. Okay, so eventually they'll respawn. We'll kind of let them do their thing. No big deal. Let's leave the area. Let's leave them be. We'll come on back in a little bit. Oh, this one has an egg. Alright. Let's see if we can get this guy, then. We'll have to kill the Carno, but that's fine. Maybe. Let's just keep doing the fluffs pounce. Yeah, man. There we go, and we get a level along with Fluffs. And yes, guys, I know, Fluffs has had plenty levels, 135. Wow, and that's when literally I can't talk. 135, holy crap. Okay, sweet. So that is from one of the males. If you guys remember, we did see 2 males over here that were 135. Now, here's the question, because the father, or at least the egg, the parent, I guess, like the clone of it, if you will. I don't know what the wording is. Not enough coffee this morning, guys. But because one of them is the 135, and it could be either you or it could be you, does that automatically mean that the egg is a male, or can it be female? For a second, I thought that was a nest, but no, it's the Carno that we've been dealing with. There is an egg. Oh, there's not. It was just a twig that I saw. Oh my god, that looked like a thing. But anyways, I'm going to keep looking around. Like I said, I want to get at least 4 of them. in the future, if we ever want to get more eggs and stuff, we'll head back over to Val and we'll see if it works. But long story short, what I did end up having to do over here was I did a dino wipe, and then I kind of just hung around the map, like I said, for like over an hour, basically. I kept looking, and finally, they started showing up. So I do think on Val, doing a combination of a dino wipe and kind of waiting around a really long time, probably would be the trick. And of course, hindsight's 20/20, but right when I got onto Val, before the montage and everything that I did, I probably should have done a dino wipe then. But, you know, it is what it is. No big deal. We live and learn, and we move on. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to keep looking around and see what we can find. Alright, you know what, guys? For shits and giggles, I want to see if we can get this 145 Griffin. So let's see how much damage this thing does. Oh, of course, that's when you jump, you dick. Oh my god. It's gonna go after the damn thing, and it's not gonna be able to... it's gonna go after the friggin' gotcha. What level's the gotcha? I can't even tell. 145 Griffin with a 50 gotcha claws. Okay. Let's see if we can get the Griffin finally involved. We do have to watch out for the... There we go. That definitely hit it. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing aggroed to a other spot. Something like a little bit safer. Maybe down here works. Now, mind you, what I do have to do is I have to keep jumping off in order to hit this guy, which is going to be an absolute pain, but... But hopefully, this thing will keep getting some torpor built up as we're doing this, and eventually it'll go on the run. And hopefully we can knock it out. I don't know if we're going to be able to. I think I'm thinking my skills are a little bit better than what they are. Is it already? Nope. Okay. I thought it was already running for some weird reason. Okay, let's kind of move down this way a bit, just to give myself a little bit of distance with this guy. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nope, not gonna be able to. Nope. Alright, thought I can get it done there, but let's kind of keep going here. Alright, so it's on the run, but it's stuck. Holy crap, this is great. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And it is out. Holy crap, we got this done. 145 Griffin with 3942 in health, 483 stam, 442 in weight, and 225 melee. Guys, this was an absolute long shot. I didn't think we could do it, but we did it without a trap. That's absolutely great. But we're not going to tame any more Griffins. We're just going to hold on to one specifically. With the hope and with the intention that in the future, really the hope, not the intention, maybe they'll make Griffins a thing for oh my god, there's a friggin' Dillo attacking it. No! Well, that's it. Alright, well, we're getting this damn thing. I don't care. We are getting... You know what? Screw it. Let's take a quick minute and build like a trap or something like that for it. So, guys, the trap is made, and the idea is that once this thing wakes on up, it should remain in the trap. If it doesn't, we're kind of screwed. If it does, then we're good to go. But here's the other thing, too. Its health is pretty low. So, once it wakes back up, if its health remains at 1534, pretty much we got a couple of dodos in the area here. I'm going to kill them and drag it on over. And, of course, we'll take damage. That's totally fine. It is what it is. But hopefully it'll be enough food in order to heal this guy. And if it is, then the taming process begins again. We got to knock it on out, and then we got to tame it, and it'll be ours. Good news is, though, its food is continuously dropping. So... once this thing wakes on up, once we re-knock it out, we pretty much just have to feed this thing and we're all good to go. So, fingers crossed, we're going to be waiting here a little bit until that unconscious meter comes all the way down, but for the meantime, well, we sit here and we wait. Alright, here we go. It is good to go. Okay, I can't tell if it's bloody though, so you know what? We're just going to get something. This damn gotcha keeps coming back. I don't want this to aggro the gotcha. That's the... Oh, God. Okay, it is attacking now. What are you doing? Okay, this Griffin is, in fact, bloody. Okay, so we will need to get a few things. I think I am going to have to take out the gotcha claws, though. I didn't actually realize that that was going to be a thing. I just wanted it out of the way so it doesn't do that. That's exactly what I didn't want it to do. Thank you. Hey, if you want to attack, that's cool. I can just back up a little bit and then do a couple of these pounces. There we go. Okay, that's probably like an absolute sin, but it needed to be done, unfortunately. Now I need to get something and drag the body over, and let's see kind of what damage this bow does. Oh my god, that's great. Alright, let me make sure I'm on passive here. Let's drag the dodo over to the trap, just so this thing can get a little bit of health back. I don't know how much health it's going to get, and I'm okay with it hitting me. There we go. Okay, take the body, that's fine. I may just drag something else over. But unfortunately, there's not much in the area that I can drag. Can I drag a gotcha? That would be kind of insane. But that would help a lot. That 100% would ensure it. We'd be all good to go. Let's see. Can I drag you? I can. And you have nothing in your inventory. Okay, I can't drag you. Shoot. Okay. There's nothing else small. Like, there were a couple of dodos here before, but now that this thing's woken up, I think it's okay, actually. I think we can kind of get into this process. It's a little tough seeing them with the cloud of smoke around them, but let's see if I can get a good line here. And we'll kind of keep an eye on them. There we go. And it is finally out. Holy crap, thank God. Alright, so looking over the stats again, because I don't remember if I did this last time. 3942 in health, 483 stam, 442 in weight, and 225 melee. Now, here's the thing. This is a 50-50 shot. We can leave the area, and it basically goes away because of the trap. Or it stays. But we are going to need, regardless, what do gotchas give you? Regardless, I think we're going to need mutton, but let's see what you get from this guy. Get raw prime meat. Alright, so we got 4 raw prime meat. Let's quickly look and see, based on Dodo Dex, what you need in order to tame this thing. So, let's see, we got a 145. At 5 times taming. Raw prime meat, we would not get a perfect tame. We need mutton. We need a total of 6 mutton because we're not using sanguine elixir. If we were, doesn't make a difference. Okay, so we need mutton regardless. So that means, guys, whoops, let's get out of third person. That means, oh, Jesus. That means we need mutton, let's put it that way. So let's go on the search for some ovises. I'm going to go ahead and put this on, hoping that this will let me know that it's still around here. So let's go find some ovises. Shouldn't be too hard to find on this map, but we'll see what happens, guys. And it is ours. And somehow it didn't get a perfect tame. Interesting. Oh. And we get an explorer note for the Griffin. That's kind of cool. Oh god, she's talking right now.
Over the ages. But what is never disputed is its majestic and mysterious nature. With the front half of an eagle and the back half of a lion, it is as if these two creatures somehow fused together to form a superior land and air predator. While one's first instinct might be to approach the creature and marvel at its beauty, that would be a very poor decision. Its range of attacks makes it one of the most versatile predators I've witnessed. If its presence alone isn't enough to intimidate potential hunters, it has the ability to dive from the sky to the ground with such force that it inflicts damage to anyone unfortunate enough to be below it, or carry its momentum back into a rapid uplift. The idea of pacifying such a beast is nothing to scoff at. Its highly independent nature and disinterest with interacting with humans, combined with its power and strength, make the Griffin a challenge to domesticate. However, there have been those who are fearless enough to attempt and succeed at this miraculous feat. Once tamed, riding atop a Griffin along with a tribe-mate passenger, dashing through the air at high speed is a prize in and of itself.
Yeah, so hopefully they fix that soon, that the voices are really, really low. Now, there might be a way that I can do it on my end. Through editing, I am going to increase the volume so you guys can hear it and everything like that, but I don't know, maybe there is a setting in-game that I am able to use to kind of fix that and everything, but that's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting to get the dossier once taming this thing and also having Helena kind of voice over it, which is kind of cool. So anyways, 216, let's see what we're looking at. So 5180 in health, 596 stam, 504 in weight, and 281 melee damage. So melee damage, not great. I would prefer something a little bit better, but here's to hoping in the future that we get to actually breed these. And if that ever comes, if that day ever shows up, we're going to be getting a few more of these guys, obviously. But for right now, we'll keep one of them available. And it turns out that we actually got a level from it too. So that pops us up to level... Oh god, because I was in this. That puts us up to level 43, and now we are increased to 350 weight. But at this point, guys, I think what we're going to do is I have 2 Deinonychus eggs. I know I said I wanted more, but the fact that we can actually head over to Valguero and try that at a later point, I'm okay with just having 2. We got ourselves a Griffin, we got ourselves a Deinonychus, or 2, or a few, depending if twins, triplets hatch. Let's head over and get our final creature before we really cement ourselves on the island map. So guys, let's head off to Lost Island. Get ourselves about 120 wood. There we go. Let's get ourselves a little bit more flint, usually around 20. And the reason is that I want to basically be able to make a total of 10 spears at once. I mean, since I'm going to be sitting and kind of waiting around for these things to be made, might as well go ahead and just make the most that we can, basically. And I think it's 120 fiber. You know what? It's 120 fiber and 80... 80 whatchamacallit. Yeah, we can make 10. Perfect. 80 wood, 120... Yeah, okay, so it's 8 wood and 12 fiber. So yeah, 80 wood, 120 fiber will be used to make 10 total spears. Perfect. Another thing we're going to do is quickly come on up here because we're not really going to be able to get to the obelisk real quickly or anything, and that is actually going to be why we need a Sinomacrops too, because that is our only way of flight to the obelisk, which is going to take forever and a day, but at the end of the day, we'll be able to get our stuff and get the hell out of here. But we're going to head right up here for a quick second, because when you spawn at Boscar Bay, there's actually some crystal here, and we're going to need crystal to make a spyglass, because that's going to be somewhat of an easy way to figure out which ones we want. Now, the first one doesn't make a difference. It could be a level 5, it could be a level 50, it could be a 150. We're taming it regardless because we just need to get it done, basically. So let's get a little bit of... Whoa, okay, that was a lot of crystal right away. I was not expecting that. Spyglass, we need a little bit of hide and a little bit of fiber, which again, another reason why we made the spears is because we got to go on a little bit of a killing spree. So... right when we spawned in, we saw 2 Lystros, so I think those will be coming to their deaths pretty soon. There's a Lystro right on the beach there, so that's one of them that we'll go for. Let's also start picking a little bit of fiber, because again, we're going to need about, what was it, 10 fiber in order to make this thing? So, let's go ahead and kill a Lystro, and then we should be able to make this, and then go ahead and, let's see if that's way too far. Yeah, that's, actually, that was fine. But, sorry, buddy. And there we go, simple spyglass, perfect. Now, if we wanted to really go crazy, we could get some cementing paste, and in order to do that, that's going to be a little nuts, but we may go ahead and try that, and that is in the form of the beaver dams. Yeah, right over that way, there's a couple of beaver dams sometimes, and that's a good way for us to basically get cementing paste. The problem is, if there's beavers, we're kind of screwed, basically. That's the only thing. Now, there's a couple of these Meganera here. I think I'm going to kill them. Because I need the chitin. It's going to be bad, though. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's a 145. Alright, we got rid of another one, and we're gonna die. Ah, damn it. So we took out 3 out of the 4, not too bad. Again, we're gonna spawn at Boscar Beach. This should put us relatively close, or at least I hope so. So we can kind of just grab our stuff and then continue, basically. But, 3 out of 4, not too shabby. Yeah, that's where our body is. So let's head on over there. Let's get our stuff. We should have a little bit of chitin to work with at this point, because I don't think the Meganeras will go ahead and eat their own kind, like eat their own bodies. So we should be okay. We should be able to get ourselves a little bit. I think we even had chitin on our character, so we might be okay too. This guy's not going to aggro us or anything, which is... Oh god, he does! Wait, why? Wait, what? He shouldn't aggro. What? I wonder if it was just because I'm way too close to my body. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go ahead, loop around, let's get our stuff, and let's see round 2 how this... I'm out of stam. Oh, shoot. Okay, get my stuff. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, we finally got him. Woo! Alright, let's get all that chitin. We have a total of 24. That's it? I feel like we got a lot more than that, right? Alright, our first Sinos sighting. Let's see what level you are. 55. Perfect. Alright, come on in for the feed. So yeah, if you guys have chitin on you, basically these things will just come over to you. It'll take a little bit, but there you go. Let's go back into first There you go, okay. I was gonna say, you can ever move up or no? Feed chitin, perfect, 40% already, and then we kind of just let it go away, and eventually it will come on back. You kind of want to keep tabs on it. You don't want to be too close to it, but you don't want it to go too far away. It's kind of a weird mini game that you play with this thing, but eventually, if you kind of keep your distance... Oh god, it's going into the ocean. Of course it is. If you keep your distance, but at the same time, you also... Well, we'll see if it comes back or not. If you keep your distance and everything like that, eventually it will work its way back to you. Okay. I think it's trying to. I don't know. I don't want to be in the water doing this, though, because eventually, it's going to come back towards us. And then we want to basically be able to... 88, 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81... What are you doing, buddy? Oh my god. Alright, which direction? Are you heading towards us? Yes, you are, finally. Okay, cool. Come on. Come on. I don't want to go too much into the water. I just want to get close enough where this thing... We're at 36. It should be good. Come on. There we go. Cool. I'm just going to back up just so it doesn't land in the water. And we're going to wait for this thing to come on in, and we're going to give it feed number 2. There we go. And then we kind of just rinse and repeat. You can already see its food is already working its way down, which kind of stinks. But don't go back out to the ocean, please. Just hang out right here. Don't you do it. This is the downside, though, of having these guys, is they'll always go out to the ocean, and then you got to try to figure out how you're going to reel them back in. Now, you can get yourself a raft and whatever, but... Oh, okay. We're looking good. We're looking good. Come on. I need to wrangle this guy back in. Come on. Oh, my God. Turn around. Turn around. I don't know why, but in the past, I feel like there used to be a ton of Sinos here, but it's taken me like 30 minutes just to find this one, which is, I don't know. This has always been the spot that I go to find these guys, because again, they always seem to be all over the place, in the past, obviously. And, yeah, they're pretty easy to tame overall. There's a couple of other really good spots, but this guy's going to be the one to get us to, well, if it eventually works its way back to shore, this will be the one to get us over to the obelisk so we can get our stuff, and then we'll just be better equipped for the rest of this map. But I do plan on getting 2 of them. I want a male and a female so we can breed them, but gotta get the starter one first in order to get us over to the obelisk. So let's see when this thing eventually works its way back in, which, speaking of which, come on. So close, buddy. Alright, let me get back on land and kind of wait this out, but eventually it will work its way back to shore. Alright, it's coming for us finally. Just gotta back up, make sure I am not on land, not on the water. Come on, where the hell does the water stop? Come on. Oh, it can actually just do it from here. Oh my god, okay. Sweet. Come on. And it is ours, finally. Now, the one thing with these guys is they do need chitin. So that's the way that you feed them. And we just lost the dossier because I messed it up. Son of a bitch. All right, let me go into the... Let me first take the HUD off this thing. Come on. There we go. And then let's hop into the... Yeah, let's hop into this. I don't even know where it would be. Would it be this? Dossier, here we go. Griffins, Sinomacrops.
Sinomacrops bundae is a friendly and curious little pterosaur. It may approach and investigate unfamiliar creatures, but Sinomacrops does spook easily. When threatened, it will unfurl its wings to reveal deimatic eye spots in an attempt to confuse or scare predators away. Still, Sinomacrops seems to be a highly intelligent creature that craves social interaction. While it's normally curious and friendly, Sinomacrops' adorably oversized mouth turns into a deadly weapon at the slightest sight and smell of insects. Even alone, this cute little critter can take down insects far larger than itself. Unfortunately, this means that armor made from chitinous plates is going to trigger an attack response from the otherwise sweet-hearted pterosaur. Taming a Sinomacrops is fairly straightforward in theory. Just feed them without scaring them. Once tamed, they absolutely love traveling with their humans and prefer to cling to them whenever possible. Not only are they sociable, but they're fiercely protective once bonded. Any small creature approaching someone with a tamed Sinomacrops will be met with its flashing eye spots and piercing shriek. That's usually enough to stun an undersized interloper. For such a small flyer, Sinomacrops can carry surprisingly heavy loads. It can even support the weight of a fully grown human adult, though it will struggle to gain altitude. Still, any creature companion that can double as a glider and parachute is invaluable for anyone traversing an ARK, as long as they bring plenty of snacks for their new friend.
So yeah, that's the dossier for Sinomacrops. That's really cool. I really like that they did this whole thing with the dossier, but here is our new little guy, and this thing's absolutely great. I think I need to press X, is it? Yeah, there we go. Sinomacrops' inventory. We're going to enable Auto Scream, but I'm going to make sure it requires aggro. So if anything tries to aggro us, this thing's going to scream, piss it off, and scare it away. And especially around bugs and stuff, it will do it. And yeah, it usually ends up killing bugs right away with it, which is kind of cool. But at this point, I think we pretty much just need to head over to the obelisk, which is going to be a bit of a trip. I want to head over to, whoops, let's get the HUD back on. I want to head back to Green Obelisk in order to get all of our, get our teams, get our gear, all that stuff. I will not be able to wear chitin armor, which traditionally I have the, at least right now, I have the chitin gauntlets and chitin boots. Can't wear them around this guy. I don't know if it attacks me specifically, but I know it will cause other Sinomacrops to attack me, which could be a good thing to kind of lure them away, but at the same time, not really looking to do that. So, let's get over to Green Obelisk and let's get our stuff. Alright, now that we got our Maywing, now that we got our gear, we are heading over to the desert biome, because this is one of the places that you can get yourself a Sino. Now, obviously the jungle has a lot more options, a lot more opportunity, but it is kind of tough to keep track of them, and out here in the desert, in my opinion at least, it seems like this is the easiest place to tame them. We also have access to mantises, we also have access to Arthropleura here, we have access to a ton of dinos that just give us a ton of chitins, so that is why we are heading out here. Speaking of which, let's head to the high desert, or basically where the, oh god, what is it called? Just the open desert out here, because that's where the mantises are. So we got to take out a couple of these guys so we can get a ton of chitin, because my Sinomacrops on the trip over there ate all the chitin we had. Granted, we didn't have a lot, we had 21, but yeah, they go through chitin really quickly, so you have to go ahead and make sure you get a ton for this guy. Oh god, there's a death worm over there. I might not want to do that. We do have dung beetles out here too, so maybe that's what we'll try to kill. Alright guys, so 135 male has been spotted. This is the first one we're going to go for and see how we do. The nice thing is there's not a lot going on in this area. We'll see how this goes though, because of course, whenever it seems like something's going a little too well, it's going to be an issue in the long run. So let's see, are you it? No, you're not it. That's a 60. Oh, there you are. Okay. Give me the option to feed. Perfect. Okay, that's the first one. 18%, 135, coming on up. Or at least, hopefully coming on up. And it is ours. Oh my god, finally. Jesus, that took a hell of a lot longer than I would have liked it to, but we finally got ourselves a Sino. Finally. Oh my god. Or at least a good one. And don't get me wrong, the level 50's fine, but having a really high leveled one on top of that, also having it like imprinted and everything, oh my god, it's gonna be so good. So now, we gotta find a female. And rinse and repeat this entire process, because I always forgot how rough this was, but hopefully we can find a female pretty soon. So, guys, it's been a little bit. I ended up taming another male. This one was a 140. We'll check out the stats afterwards. But somewhere in there specifically, there is, and I think it's that guy right there. That is a female 130. I want to get that thing because, well, we can get to breeding then, which is absolutely awesome. So let's get on in there, and let's see if we can get this thing. Oh, okay, it's coming close to the edge here, so let's see if we can get this done. Where are you, buddy? I don't want to get too close, because then the thing's going to take on off. I don't see it, though. Oh, there's the hearts. Okay, cool. Alright, looks like we got two coming for us, but... Ooh, that one's nice looking, too. Too bad. We'll take the 130, though. There we go. I guess I'll just tame you, because I don't want you... Yeah, I don't want the other one running away because of you specifically, so we'll just tame both. That's fine. Alright, so we got the female, though, as the specific one that we're looking for, and it is right over here. So let's kind of hang out with this thing, let's get this taming process done, and let's get ourselves a female. Alright, and here we go for the final feed. Come on. Alright, there we go. I always get nervous, because if I start moving towards this thing, it's going to get scared and run on off, but we have ourselves a female. So, we ended up getting a 135 male, a 140 male, and now a 130 female. So, let's take a look at the stats of all three and figure out what our best stats are on these things. So, first things first is health. So, looking at the this would be the 135. This was the first one that we got. 814 in health, 675 stam, 134 weight, and 284 melee. Moving on to the one that I got in between, we have 902 in health, which is already better than the first one, 510 in stam, which is not as good as the first one, 126 in weight, which again is not as good as the first one, and 337 melee, looking a lot better in the melee department. But finally, we have the female with 990 in health, which is the best so far. Wow. 540 in stam, not as good as the other ones. 121 in weight, not as good as the first one. And finally, 331 melee, which it looks like this one has the best. Oh god, okay, let's check this one more time. 990 in health is the best. This first male has the best in stamina at 675 and 134 in weight. And then it looks like the second male that we got has the best in melee, which is 337.5. Guys, in between episodes, I am going to be breeding all these up on the island in order to get ourselves an imprinted Sino, and I think that's really going to help us in the long run. We also got ourselves a Griffin today. We also got ourselves some Deinonychus eggs. Fingers crossed, guys, the 2 Deinonychus eggs that we got, one is a male, one is a female, or at least some form of males and females coming out of it. We'll have to figure it out, but guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and on top of that, if you're enjoying the ARK content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.